Good morning, students and staff.
And welcome to our first show of the school year.
We hope that you've all had an amazing start to the 2017-2018 school year.
On this week's show, we're going to recap all the homecoming festivities of last week, take a peek at the Deca store, and take a look at the damage inflicted by the hurricanes in the recent weeks.
Since we are back in school, we'd just like to remind you that the importance of being academically honest with your schoolwork.
So we have the perfect PSA for the expectations here at SRHS.
Hey, what's A? Okay, cool, thank you.
What the heck?
You have cheated on your test. You have now failed.
It was a 5-point quiz. Just a matter. Not that bad.
And I'm contacting your parents.
No! Anything but that, please! Not my parents!
And if you cheat again, you will fail the course.
Where'd he go? What?
Why did you give me that answer?
Why'd you ask for it?
You know what? Let's just both never cheat again.
Agreed.
Brought to you by the Academic Angel.
Warning.
Angel may cause cramps in the knees, foaming from the mouth, failure of a school course, death, whitened mucus, house fires and burning sensations with irritation, and hair discoloration. Batteries not included.
Batteries not included.
Thank you.
Last week was a great week for school pride and athletics.
We're so proud of all Storm activity members.
Stay tuned for the Storm Center.
Thanks guys, this week had many explosive games for the green and gold.
Let's kick off this part of the show with a huge win our girls volleyball team had against Rocori.
How's it going guys? My name's James Scott. We are here at the end of the Rocori Storm volleyball game. Storm won 3-1. We are here with Bailey Becker, who's a senior, and Gage Donovan, her superfan, who's also a senior. Bailey, you had a knee injury, you came back. First game back this year, how's it feel?
It was pretty exhilarating to get back on the floor, you know. Can't really put into words what it's like to be back after sitting out for so long. It wasn't my best performance, but, you know, excited to work hard and get back on the floor.
There you go. Gage, as a superfan, leading the superfan section tonight against Rocori, how does it feel?
Felt good, you know, we're all kind of really working as a unit now. We've been doing enough games, we're really meshing, you know. Everything's going well. You know, we definitely out-cheered Rocori tonight, and I feel like that helped fuel the dub.
And as our new saying here in Sauk Rapids, Gage, hashtag
change culture.
Back to you guys in the studio.
The girls volleyball team is 9-3 as they prepare for their game against the Alexandria Cardinals and Alex next Tuesday.
The girls soccer team is 4-7 this year. Let's see how they played against Brainerd.
The girls' soccer team faced off against Brainerd on the 26th, this last Tuesday. The girls were getting ready to play, and I got a chance to interview Chris Fremo, one of the varsity soccer coaches, before the game. She said that the team had recently switched up their playing style by trying to incorporate more attacking, and that by having more girls up front, they might hopefully be able to score more goals.
How do you think the game's going to go?
I think it's going to be a tough game because Brainerd is the top team in our conference. We lost to them last
seemed to be going the way Chris had hoped. The girls were giving it their all, but by halftime the score was 0-4. The girls continued to fight their way through the second half, but as the game continued, things did not look bright for the Storm. After a goal and some great attempts by the team's forward Caitlin Schreiner, the game ended with a score of 1-9. The girls go up against Alexandria away this Thursday. Good luck, Storm.
The girls soccer team also plays the Cardinals this week, away at Alexandria.
Now for more updates with other sports.
Girls swimming has a meet next Thursday, away against Apollo.
Cross country's next meeting is at Lynchfield their season is starting to come to a close.
And last but definitely last but not least, we can't forget about the amazing homecoming football game with the 6-0 win against Brainerd.
The student section was filled to the max, and together we made an unforgettable homecoming.
2017 homecoming featured the Brainerd Warriors and our Sauk Rapids Storm. The game had lots of great defense. It started with an interception by junior Tanner Anvik. JD Bates led the attack on the ground, totaling 113 rush yards. The game's first score was on a 28-yard touchdown by Anthony Massman from Cade Milton Baumgartner, with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second quarter. 6-0 was the score at halftime. The second half brought more great SR defense with big sacks by Sean Ballo and Jacob Volkeman. With the last second goal line stop, the Storm win a thriller 6-0. I talked with Tommy Witowski before the game, and he gave some great insight on the Storm's preparation. He told me that head coach Phil Klopacki had everyone committed and bought into this week's practice and game plan. He also promised to win, and thankfully they came through. The Storm are now 2-2 on the season, and next play the 0-4 Sartell Sabres in Sartell. We need all of Storm Nation to show up and support. Great game, SR. See you tonight.
Everybody's playing together as a unit, everybody trusting everybody, so getting the job done. Teamwork, the best part. That's what won today. Team effort feels great.
Way to change the Way to change the culture, SR. This has been Emily.
And Dylan with the Storm Center. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll be taking a quick commercial break, but we'll be back after these messages.
You've probably heard about the awful damages that the hurricanes have been causing. Let's take a deeper look into what has been going on.
Less than a week after Hurricane Harvey tore through Texas and Louisiana, causing at least 60 deaths and billions of dollars in U.S. damages, Hurricane Irma made U.S. history. Irma grew into a Category 5 storm with wind speeds exceeding 156 miles per hour. A Category 5 hurricane has not hit the mainland U.S. since Hurricane Andrew in 1992, and such an event has only happened to the nation 3 times since the record-keeping began in 1851. If you live in Homestead, Florida in 1992, Andrew is a name you will never forget. But what does give a hurricane its name? The military started naming storms after their wives, their girlfriends, but none of these names were made public. So, in 1950, everything changed. Several storms formed out of the Atlantic about the same time. It created a lot of confusion, so the U.S. Weather Bureau said, okay, let's start naming the storms. And they actually started by using the World War II alphabet. Abel, Baker, Charlie, Dog, Easy. But this created confusion as well, because every year the storm names were the same. It wasn't until 1979 that we started alternating male and female names. No storms are named after a particular person. In fact, you can't request a storm to be named after you. The entire process is handled by the World Meteorological Organization. A storm name will be retired if it is too costly or deadly, and it would be inappropriate to use it in the future years. In fact, since 1950, there have been nearly 80 storm names retired. And what happens if we go through all of the storm names? Well, it did happen in 2005. So we ended up going to the Greek alphabet. So that's what's in a name, and it took a long time to get here, but just like each individual name, each storm tends to have its own personality. So what can we do to help? If you go to redcross.org, they have a place on their page where you can directly donate however much money you can. Or you can call the number 1-855-999-GIVE, or you can text Harvey to 90999 to donate $10. And that's the news report of the week.
1. I'm proud to be a member of this school for many reasons. One being the amazing travel opportunities we're provided.
Up next, more information on the Washington, D.C. trip.
Hello, my name is Corey Fow, and I'm here with Miss Anderson. I've been seeing a bunch of Washington, D.C. flyers around. What is the Washington, D.C. trip?
Well, it is an opportunity for juniors and seniors to go to Washington next spring in March.
All right. And when will this Washington, D.C. trip take place?
The official dates are Friday, March 9th through Wednesday, March 14th. And what's great about the timing is students would only miss 3 days of school because that Friday, March 9th is not a school day. So kids will have 5 full nights in Washington, D.C. and most of 6 days.
And what would they see on the Washington, D.C. trip?
We are going to see so many different things. We will see the monuments and the memorials, for example, the Washington, the Jefferson, the Lincoln, the World War II, the Korean, the Vietnam, FDR, MLK memorials. We'll see the U.S. Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Library of Congress, plus all of the wonderful Smithsonian museums, American history, natural history, art museums. We might go out to Mount Vernon, we might see Old Town Alexandria. So we'll have more things than we can possibly do in just 5 days.
Approximately how much do you think this trip will cost?
The budget right now for the trip is about $1,500. That would include round-trip nonstop airfare, transportation to the airport, 5 nights hotel in downtown Washington, any admission fees, any subway fees.
Thank you, Miss Anderson, for your time.
Wonderful. Well, if you need any more information, come and see me in Southeast 110, and if your parents need more info, they can call or email me. Thanks, Corey.
We really did have an awesome homecoming last week.
Thank you to all who acted appropriately and made it a great time for everyone.
Let's take a peek at the homecoming recap.
tuning into our weekday news show.
We have a survey available on Jacob Hession's Schoology blog.
Please give us your thoughts on how we did this week.
We'd also like to give a special thanks to Mr. Mick for all of his help with our audio systems.
You helped make today's show possible.
This has been Jordan
and Jaden.
Have a great weekend, SR.